The Miami Heat have started the year off pretty well. They're 19 and 12. They've dealt with a ton of injuries throughout the season. So, really impressed that they are currently 19 and 12 and one of the top teams in the Eastern Conference. The Miami Heat are one of the deepest teams in the NBA, but they do still need help at one position in particular. And that position is point guard. Right now, the only point guard on the roster is Kyle Lowry, and the Miami Heat need more depth at that position because Kyle Lowry is 38 years old. He's currently hurt and he's at the end of his career. Could that point guard be Cole Anthony? Would it make sense to trade for Cole Anthony and add him to the Miami Heat? Welcome back to the Team to Beat Miami Heat basketball channel. My name is Amir. Before I get into the video today, I just want to thank everybody for their continued support. If you could please hit subscribe and subscribe to the channel, that would mean a lot to me. So Cole Anthony is definitely an intriguing player that I think the Miami Heat should possibly pursue. Cole Anthony's time with the Orlando Magic has been a journey with unexpected climbs, dips, and detours along the way. When you lay it all out, it may seem like it's been longer, but Anthony is only entering his fourth season with the Magic, and he's still only 23 years old. In Cole's first two seasons of his young career with the Orlando Magic, the Magic believed that he would work best as their starting point guard. This was due to their rebuild and certain injuries at the position. While his averages were there in his first couple years, his percentages unfortunately were not. This last season, the Magic took a different approach and brought Anthony off the bench. He started in only 5 of the 60 games that he appeared in, and it seems that Anthony benefited from this change. While Anthony's point average dropped from 16.3 to 13, this came as a result of his decreased playing time and not poor play. His shooting percentages raised drastically as it seemed that Anthony was more comfortable coming off the bench and leading the second unit. So he was asked to take on the role of the sixth man, essentially. He was your quintessential bucket getter off the bench, like Jordan Clarkson or Lou Williams or Jamal Crawford. Every good team has a great sixth man, and the Magic knew that Anthony would fit this archetype perfectly. So Anthony took on that role. He ran with it, which is rare for a 23-year-old who started his NBA career as a starting point guard, and he is a son of a former NBA player as well. But yeah, he's been a star in college, and he's led the team in scoring in his first couple of years. And Cole had the right mindset that he wanted to help his team develop and grow, and they've added some great players in like Franz Wagner and then Paolo Banchero, and he knew that this was for the better of the team. So Cole Anthony, I think, definitely would make sense on the Miami Heat. Not sure that the Magic are willing to trade him, but if the Miami Heat were able to put together an offer that they can't refuse, I would be open-minded in trading Cole Anthony to the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat, like I mentioned earlier, they need a point guard. They need a backup point guard or a starting point guard. Kyle Lowry has been great for a 38-year-old. He's playing better than I expected. With the Miami Heat, he's been in better shape this season over the past 3 that he's been with the Miami Heat. He's currently banged up right now, so we don't have any other point guards on our roster. So RJ Hampton, undrafted from the G League, has been playing a few games recently, and he's not too bad, but he's not a very capable scorer, so he's out there mostly for defense. Not the best playmaker either, but he's patching up that spot right now with Kyle Lowry out. And so I think Cole would be a great fit to this team because we do need help and depth at point guard. And at the power forward position, we have a ton of wings and guards, so shooting guards, that is. So I think we're okay there. But Anthony is someone who has found his groove as a volume shooter, and he's been able to do that more efficiently and effectively. And so that's something that Miami Heat needs, is another person that's capable of scoring and being a microwave and a heater, like a heat check type player off the bench. And so Cole Anthony could be that person. On top of all that stuff, he's pretty good rebounder. For someone of his size as a guard. He averaged almost 5 rebounds per game last year, making him one of the best at that position. This year, he's averaging 4.5. So if you round up, that's 5. So he's playing super well off the bench. And Orlando has been a really good team. They're 18-12, so they started off great this year. And at one point, they were the 3rd or 4th seed in the East. I think they're at 6 right now. Cole has been averaging 14.5 points per game, 3.6 assists, and he's been shooting decent from 3 on pretty high volume. He's shooting 36% from 3, which definitely will be beneficial to the Miami Heat. They've been the number 1 3-point shooting team in the NBA, so he'll fit in nicely. He's shooting at 83% from the free throw line. He's not getting to the free throw line too often, but he's also a good free throw shooter, which is good. And I think the Miami Heat could possibly get him for someone like a Caleb Martin, and I'm not sure what kind of draft capital they would be willing to give up, but a player like Caleb Martin, because we have so many wings, could make sense, and he would definitely help the Orlando Magic, who are one of the best defensive teams in the NBA, be even stronger. And he could be someone that they could sign next year if he plays really well. This is a prove-it year for him, and his contract is expiring, so if he does play well, he could be a veteran presence on that team that is rebuilding and growing and could be a playoff team this year. So if they're willing to take on someone like that, plus whatever else it may take, I think the Miami should do it. I mean, this guy can flat out shoot, and he has confidence, and we need some help at the point guard position. He's not that bad in terms of playmaking. He's a pretty good pick and roll player, but he is more of a scoring type point guard. Kyle Lowry would be more of a traditional point guard who could settle the team. I would even think that Cole should start over Kyle Lowry, and Kyle should come off the bench. And I think Cole will definitely benefit by playing around players like Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that Cole Anthony would be a good fit on this Miami Heat team? We do need a point guard. We do need a power forward, but honestly, Kyle Lowry might not be as reliable as some of the backup bigs that we currently have right now. So I think the focus for the Miami Heat should primarily be getting a either starting point guard, if possible, or a backup point guard who's super solid, super young, and who can score and help this team, which is an area that we need to focus on. The Miami Heat are mostly fine defensively, and they're one of the best defensive teams. Offense is an area where they struggle. So I think he would be a good fit for this team. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thanks for watching. Hope everyone has a good day. Thanks.